It's that time of year where adult flag football is starting to really crank up, and there are a lot of tournaments out there across the country, and different numbers. Some play 4v4, 5v5, 6v6, and today we're looking at a 7v7 play. Just want to point out a common problem slash issue that we see every year when it comes to adult flag football and really all flag football. One of the things that happens when you get out there with your flag football offense, it gets turned into a drop back passing game exclusively. And that's a huge mistake because there are a couple things that are different than 7-on-7 football that you see, to where, first of all, the snapper is not eligible. In most flag football leagues, particularly 7v7, the center is indeed eligible. The second thing that's very different is that the quarterback can run the ball. 7v7 or 7-on-7, excuse me, that's not legal. It's purely a passing league, and for the most part, a drop back passing league. But when you get into a 7v7 flag situation, or really any flag situation where the quarterback can run, it's really non-productive to sit back there and throw the ball down the field, stretching the defense vertically every time and not paying attention to stretching the defense horizontally. So here's an example of one way that we suggest, and there are plenty others. I mean, this is what we call a flag football RPO, where there's a run option and a pass option, different than what you would have in tackle football. Now, the one thing that you have to understand, and we do understand, is that a lot of defenses in flag football are going to pin at least one player's ears back, maybe two, and they're going to get up the field. And I know a lot of you go like, Coach, we'll never get that play off. This guy right here will cut off any misdirection, any horizontal action that you have. Well, I would contend that the reason they're up the field so fast, and they've got a restraining line they have to pay attention to, or they have a time when the horn goes and they can actually rush. But the reason they're so aggressive up the field is you're not giving them any reason not to be. You're not giving them any reason to, once they get up the field, every now and then, sitting there looking at the quarterback, or the quarterback has broken the pocket, maybe pitched to a reverse, an around type thing, or even hand it off. You're making the defense right every time by dropping back, throwing the ball down the field, and forcing your quarterback to get the ball out of their hands before one of these two rushers, or either maybe both of them, get to the quarterback. So once again, here's a situation to where we call this a boot orbit concept, and you see every Sunday, you see really every Saturday, to where offenses run this type of offense because they want to slow down the pass rush of the defense, and they want to give the ability to add misdirection. A lot of you can't block in your flag football leagues. So how are you going to have a running game if you can't block? Well, it's very simple. You're going to have misdirection. You're going to have quarterback going one way, back going the other, a receiver coming across on a jet sweep, on a reverse or around. And so in this situation here, we've got the defense actually in here. How are they really going to play you? Well, they're going to, once again, they're going to bring one, maybe two rushers, depending on what your rules are, and they're going to play some type of 2 deep, drop somebody out, 4 under. They're going to play some type of 3 deep, 3 under, or they might play man coverage. Either way, what you're doing right here is you're creating ambiguity in their mind as to what it is. What is the play? Do you have a run play to the H here? Do you have the Z coming over on a reverse, as we talked about? But you've got misdirection where your quarterback is going one way and your Z is coming the other, and you can bet that you're going to freeze this rusher right here at some point, all right? And they might get lucky every now and then to make a play, but they're going to miss, and at some point they're going to tiptoe in there. Now, everybody else here, here's the premise of this play right here. You've got to run to the H. Look at everybody over here. If they're in a man coverage situation, everybody's run off. You've got your H one-on-one against probably a linebacker, maybe the rusher up the field. Chance for a big play on the perimeter. You've got the Z, all right, where you can fake to the H. Come out here, pitch it to the Z. Once again, everybody is cleared out. The H has got to know to just keep going, clear out. So you've got a run game over here to the weak side. And now, off of that, you have a very potent boot passing game where you can take a shot down the field. Once again, good chance that your quarterback, when this player right here starts stutter stepping a little bit, break contain, throw the ball down the field, and just get a progression read of F to the Y on an out route right here, and you've got natural outlets coming over with your center. Once again, that's the advantage you have in flag football. Your center is eligible. They have to cover him. If they don't, there's going to be an issue. And then you've got the X coming late. And then, once again, back to what we talked about earlier. This is not 7-on-7 football. Your quarterback can actually run. So all of your receivers need to understand that once they run the route, if they're covered or there's nothing there, continue to run, clear out, and let your quarterback be an athlete and make plays. So back to the original point, once again, this NFL boot orbit concept is just one version of plays that we've got. We've got, as you can see right here, 124 RPOs in our FirstDown PlayBook flag football RPO section. That's 4v4, 5v5, 6v6, on and on and on. So take a look at that. And once again, our suggestion to you this year is incorporate some horizontal stretch to the field as well as vertical with your flag football league this year.